welcome to the In Focus series section of Drishti IAS. I'm Aisha, and in today's episode we will be discussing about that why the demand of having a grazing corridor in forest is being raised in the state of Maharashtra. And what are the reasons behind it, and why the grazing corridor is in demand, and why the Dhangar community of Maharashtra is demanding it. So before moving forward, let us understand the timeline. First of all, about the news, then what is Dhangar community, livelihood and culture of Dhangar community, what are the Forest Right Act 2006 which comes into the picture with regard to it, and in the end a prelims MCQ. Topic is of relevance from General Studies paper 3, that is environment and ecology. So the news talks about who are the Dhangars of Maharashtra and why are they asking for a grazing corridor in forest. So many a times what becomes important is that if we remove what is going on politically, grazing corridor, so these type of terms can be asked in examination directly, and how the grazing corridor is related to the Dhangar community and how is it related to the Forest Right Act of 2006. So what is happening is that a large group of Dhangars in Maharashtra, they are demanding a grazing corridor for their sheep and goats. And this Dhangar community is not always in news with regard to only the demand of the grazing corridor. They also remain in news because of their demand of a ST status. So they as of now are demanding a grazing corridor for their sheep and goats, and they are also demanding the status of scheduled tribe in the state of Maharashtra. Now about the Dhangar community. So it is a community of a shipyard with populations in several states. So they are sheep herds, and they are also nomadic people. Nomadic people means the people who are on the move with their herds. So many a time you have seen people moving from one place to another place, and they have their herds, like for example the sheep or the goats, which they move with themselves from one place to another place. So they are a community of sheep herds with populations in several states. They are not only restricted to Maharashtra, they are also present in states like Gujarat, Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh, and they are also known by other names, like for example Gola and Kuruba. So they are also known by other names. Then the Dhangars, they are on Maharashtra's list of Vimukta Jati and Nomadic Tribes, that is VJNT. So in Maharashtra they are on the list of Vimukta Jati and Nomadic Tribes. So nomadic tribe means the tribe or the people who are on the move, so and they keep their herds with them. Then they are also demanding the scheduled tribe status since many decades. So the Dhangar leaders, according to the Dhangar leaders, the community is identified as Dhangad elsewhere in the country, and they also get reservation as an ST. So see, there is a difference. Dhangar and Dhangad. So according to the Dhangar leaders, the Dhangar community in other parts of the country is known by the name of Dhangad, and in other parts of the country they also have the status of the scheduled tribe, while the people or the community of Maharashtra that is known by the name of Dhangar, they are demanding ST status. As of now they do not have the ST status. This is what the Dhangar leaders think, or what they are saying. And if we talk about the population of the Dhangar community, then around 1 crore Dhangar population is there in Maharashtra, which makes up around 9% of the state's 11.2 crore population. So in the state of Maharashtra, the Dhangar community plays a very important role. Then 40% of the Dhangar population is believed to be solely dependent on the herding. So the the Dhangar community is basically involved in the herdings, and they basically are involved with the herds or the nomadic lifestyle. Now about their livelihood and culture. So the Dhangars have herded their animals along specific routes since time immemorial. So they are nomadic people, so they carry their herds to a specific route. And in recent decade, as the forest department has started marking out protected forests, the movement of the community have come to a seen as encroachment on the forest land. Now what is happening as of now, that the industrialization and infrastructure development is taking place, so the land is needed, and on the other hand the forest department is now also making the subdivisions inside the forest. Like for example, there is biosphere reserve, there is wildlife sanctuary, there is tiger reserve, there is elephant reserve, there are many corridors, and there is protected reserve, then there is community reserve. So in the name of these protected reserves and other kind of reserves, like for example the buffer region, the core region, the protected regions, so the people or the Dhangars who are used to moving through the forest, or who are used to moving through a path in the forest since time immemorial or since many decades, so now when they move through the protected forest, so they are not allowed to move through that protected forest because the human intervention is not allowed. And when they move through that, it is considered as encroachment, that they are entering into an area where they are not supposed to enter. Now that Dhangars are nomadic people, they have been into this business of moving their herds from one place to another place since many decades. They are not used to the protected area or the core zone or the buffer zone. So as of now, because of the different protection zone being made inside the forest, they are demanding a different grazing corridor for their herds of, like for example, sheep or goats. Now what is a grazing corridor that they are demanding? They are saying that they are dependent on the nomadic lifestyle, and around most of the population of that community is who is involved in this nomadic lifestyle. Now they want a grazing corridor. A grazing corridor means a patch of land from which they can move from one place to another place. I'll tell you, for example, like this is the starting point and this is the end point, and the people want to go from place 1 to place 2. Now they want a corridor needs to be made within the forest through which the Dhangar community can move from the first point to the destination, in which they can move freely, their herds can move freely, they have the desired food which they can eat, and the nomadic tribe can also take shelter there when they are on the move. And that is why they are demanding a grazing corridor. So this grazing corridor is basically would be present within the forest, so that if different protection zones are created and the Dhangar community do not have to move through that protected forest, so they need a different corridor for their herds, for their movement, because many people, or you can say around 40 to 50% of the population of the Dhangar community is basically dependent for their livelihood on the herd lifestyle or the nomadic lifestyle, because they are a nomadic tribe. So the movement of the community have come to be seen as an encroachment on the forest land, and the community follows the rains and are normally on the road for the better part of the year, because they are moving from one place to another place. And the demand for grazing corridor is essentially a demand for the recognition of their right to graze along their traditional routes. And grazing by small ruminant does not harm the forest, is what the Dhangar community says, that they carry the herds which do not cause harm to the forest. Now, how the Forest Rights Act of 2006 is involved in this? That the Forest Right Act of 2006 it allows the traditional occupations including grazing, but it has helped only the STs get access to grazing grounds. Now, inside the Forest Right Act of 2006, the traditional occupations including the grazing, the rights has been given to the scheduled tribes. So the scheduled tribes under the Forest Right Act gets the access to the grazing grounds. Now the problem is that the Dhangar community does not have the status of a scheduled tribe in Maharashtra. So because they do not have the status of a scheduled tribe, they do not have the right to get the access to the grazing grounds under the Forest Rights Act of 2006. Now this is how the Forest Rights Act of 2006 is involved into the issue. Dhangars who come under the nomadic tribes category, they have not benefited from the Forest Rights Act of 2006 because they do not come under the scheduled tribes. So this was about the whole issue. And in the end, a prelims MCQ, and you people will give me the answer in the comment section, and it is a PYQ of UPSC prelims. So at the national level, which ministry is the nodal agency to ensure effective implementation of the Scheduled Tribe and Other Traditional Forest Dwellers Act 2006? That is Recognition of Forest Rights Act 2006. Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Ministry of Panchayati Raj, Ministry of Rural Development, or Ministry of Tribal Affairs? I think you should be able to answer this one. So give me the answer in the comment section, and that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading, keep writing, and keep subscribing to the channel. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.